Yo, it's Kano, and these are my top 5 grime beats on the fader. Number 5 is Destruction, produced by Jammer. Interesting beat, man. And at the time, Jammer was quite instrumental in forming the sound of, grime as a part of Nasty Crew. So we was in a crew together, so I actually spent a lot of time in his studio, made famous because of Lord of the Mics, all the battles that used to happen on the steps with me and Wiley and whatnot. Used to spend a lot of time there and hear Jammer making a lot of beats, and when he made that one, we jumped on it. I think me, D Double, and that was on it. At the time, there wasn't many producers in grime, and I always felt like his mixes were better. I always was drawn to Jammer's beat for the sonics. You know what I mean? So 4 on my list is Pied Piper, Ruff Sqwad. Cold beat. It's one of them tunes, even if you listen to now, there still isn't anything like it. It's just fresh. If someone went to make a grime beat now, they're obviously drawing on these influences, from tunes on this list. But how are these guys creating that? Not drawing on that, you know what I mean? It was just out of imagination. Limited tools. Rapid, who I think made this beat, he uses Fruity Loops, I believe. Probably just had keyboard, and that was about it. And just to think all of this game-changing music that was made from such limited tools. Yeah, no real musical background, no real experience, no, budget. Guys made something special. Can't remember the first time I heard the beat, but I just remember dying to spit on it, if you know what I'm saying. So this was one of the tunes, if you play, you see all the MCs want the mic next, you know what I mean? Because they want to spit on this, and yeah, it's a great beat to rap over. Number 3 on my list is Ghetto Coyote. Kamikaze were the people that released it, but the producer's name was Treble Clef. I spat on this beat 2003 or something like that, and I only met the producer a couple years ago. It's crazy. I was at somewhere and he come up to me and was like, yo, I produced that beat. I'm like, what the fuck? Never ever met him. Yeah, this is one of my favorite beats of all time. To this day, I play it sometimes in my show, and even with a live band, it's one of the most challenging beats for my drummer to learn. He said, if I'm speaking to an American audience, do you know when you heard grinding clips, you know what I mean? And it was what's that kind of, you know what I mean? That's how it was. It's not supposed to work, but it just works, and there was nothing like it before it, and nothing like it, you know what I mean? It's a real game changer. I think I vocaled this one in a wardrobe, someone's house. Yeah, the mic, but it wasn't a studio mic, but it was on a stand. There wasn't a pop shield. All the things that I would hate now, we done then. Number 2 is Creeper by Danny Weed, 2003, something like that. Very minimal, sick bass line. Yeah, maybe only about 3-4 max sounds on it, but it's driving, you know what I mean? We rarely hear instrumentals anymore, When you hear a tune for the first time, there's an artist on it. So you could just not like the tune because you don't like the vocal, you know what I mean? Or you don't like that rapper, or you don't like the message, or, It's then we was just listening to tunes every day with no artist. So it was how could I spit on this? How could I turn this into something, different? How can I add to this or accompany this? It's a blank canvas. So that's the way we looked at it. For me, this has to be number 1 on everyone's list. This was the moment everything changed. And it's Eskimo by Wiley. For me, there's life before Eskimo and life after it. Life before was garage, not 2-step garage, the tail end of garage, a bit heavier bass lines and becoming a tiny bit more aggressive. But I think when Eskimo came, that was the moment that garage turned to grime. And at the time, we had never heard anything like it. It's fresh today. You know what I mean? There's still nothing like it. It's realizing who we are. We have a scene now, solidifying a movement. But on Wiley's album, he put Eskimo on there and didn't put any vocals on it. So it's like there's an instrumental that just sits on his album. And I think, like, I don't know, a lot of people thought he was mad at the time. I think that's true respect to that tune.